If your life is busy, whether you're someone with family responsibilities, an employee, a student, or someone balancing multiple jobs, but you want to learn English easily with minimal effort, reading is an excellent option. Today, we'll talk about the right way to read, what materials you can read, and how to get the most out of it. Through reading, you can learn new words and understand grammar without the stress of traditional studying. If this interests you, I'm sure you'll find this video helpful. Hello, and welcome to today's podcast. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the importance of reading when learning a new language, especially English. Reading is not just for fun, it can help you improve your English skills and become more confident when speaking. Why is reading important? When you read in English, you learn new words. The more you read, the more vocabulary you will know. This is very important because the more words you know, the easier it is to understand and speak English. For example, if you read about animals, you will learn words like tiger, giraffe, or elephant. If you read about food, you will learn words like apple, bread, or chicken. Every time you read, you add new words to your vocabulary. Reading also helps you understand grammar. When you read books or articles, you see how sentences are formed. You can see how we use verbs, nouns, and adjectives in sentences. This helps you learn how to make your own sentences correctly. For example, you will see how the verb changes in the past tense. I eat an apple becomes I ate an apple. Reading helps you understand these small but important details. Types of things you can read. There are many different things you can read in English. Here are some examples. Books. There are many books written for learners of English. They are easy to read and use simple words. You can start with graded readers. These are books that are specially written for different levels of English learners. Short stories. Short stories are another great choice. They are fun, and they usually use simple language. They don't take long to read, so you can finish them quickly and feel proud of yourself. Articles. You can also read articles from websites, newspapers, or magazines. Many of these are easy to understand, and they often cover topics you might be interested in. For example, you can read articles about sports, travel, or music in English. Comics. Comics are a fun way to learn. They have pictures and short sentences, so you can understand the meaning even if you don't know every word. Comics are also a good way to practice conversational English, as they often use informal language. Blogs and websites. There are many blogs and websites that are written for people learning English. These are great because they often explain things in simple ways and give you tips on improving your English. How to read effectively. When you read, it's important to read in a way that helps you learn. Here are some tips to make your reading more effective. Underline new words. When you find a word you don't know, underline it. Then, look it up in a dictionary or use an app to find the meaning. You can also write the word in a notebook and try to use it in a sentence later. Read out loud. This will help you practice your pronunciation and speaking. When you read out loud, try to say the words clearly and slowly. This will help you feel more comfortable speaking in English. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. It's normal not to understand every word. If you see a word you don't know, don't stop reading. Try to guess its meaning from the context or look it up later. The most important thing is to understand the main idea of what you're reading. Start with easy texts. If you are a beginner, start with short and simple texts. You can try children's books, beginner-level stories, or websites with simple language. As you get better, you can read more difficult texts. Read every day. Try to make reading a part of your daily routine. You don't need to read for a long time, but reading just 10 to 15 minutes every day can make a big difference. The more you read, the better your English will become. The power of reading aloud. One of the best ways to improve your speaking skills is by reading aloud. It helps you practice pronunciation and fluency. When you read out loud, you're not just reading the words, you're also practicing how to say them correctly. This is a great way to get comfortable with English sounds and rhythm. You can even record yourself to listen back and see how well you're doing. Over time, this will make speaking in English feel more natural, and you'll notice a big difference in your confidence. Reading to expand cultural understanding. Reading in English also opens up doors to understanding different cultures and perspectives. When you read books, articles, or blogs from native English speakers, you're not only learning new vocabulary or grammar, you're also gaining insights into their way of life. For example, reading a novel set in the UK or a blog post about American traditions can help you better understand the cultural context of the language. This can make your communication in English more nuanced and meaningful, as you'll be able to understand the cultural references and idioms that are often used in conversations. The importance of consistency. One of the keys to success in language learning is consistency. Just like with any skill, the more regularly you practice, the faster you'll improve. Reading a little bit every day, even for just 10 to 15 minutes, will help you make steady progress. The key is to make reading a daily habit, so it becomes a natural part of your routine. Over time, you'll notice that your reading skills improve, your vocabulary grows, and you start to understand more complex texts. It's all about making small, consistent efforts that add up to big improvements in the long run. Using technology to enhance your reading. In today's digital age, there are many tools that can make reading in English even easier and more enjoyable. There are also many language learning apps that offer reading exercises with audio, so you can hear the correct pronunciation while reading along. These tools can be especially helpful for beginners, as they provide instant support while you're reading. Using technology can help you learn more efficiently and keep you motivated by making reading more interactive and fun. Why reading is fun? Reading can be fun and interesting. You can choose to read about the things you like. Do you like animals? There are many books and articles about animals in English. Do you like sports? You can find magazines or websites that talk about your favorite sports. Maybe you like food. There are many books and blogs about food, recipes, and cooking in English. Reading is not only for learning, it is also for relaxation. You can sit down with a good book or a short story, and spend some time enjoying the language. It's a fun way to improve your English and learn about new things at the same time. Challenges and tips. It's normal to feel that reading in English is difficult at first. You may see many words you don't know. But don't give up. Take your time. Start with easier materials and slowly move on to more challenging texts. If you keep practicing, reading will get easier and more enjoyable. So, remember, reading is a great way to improve your English. It helps you learn new words, understand grammar, and see how English is used in real life. Try to read something in English every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. It will help you become a better English speaker and writer. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. Happy reading, and see you next time. There are also many language learning apps that offer reading exercises with audio, so you can hear the correct pronunciation while reading along.